Hi everyone, if you're here to see how I got this look, keep watching. So I'm starting out with Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in 2.4. You'll notice this foundation's a little dark for me right now, but I have a bit of a self-tanner still on parts of my body, so I want to try and match that up to my chest. I did prep my skin with a little bit of rosehip seed oil because this foundation is very matte and my skin is super dry. Well, it's not dry. Normally I have oily skin, but I've been using Retin-A lately and I'm peeling a little bit. I'm using my L.O.V Total Face Sponge, dampened. I'm just wiping the foundation off my lips with a damp face cloth. And I'm okay. Well, yep. And now I'm going to add a little bit of Sexy Mother Plucker Extreme Plump Lip Plumper from Soap and Glory. Looking blended, I guess. Now I'm smoothing out the skin under my eyes. You'll notice I didn't use any concealer today because of that flaky, dry skin. But I want to smooth out any creasing that may have happened while I was doing everything else. And now I want to set everything with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes. It's really good. It's super, super fine. It might look a little dusty right now on camera, but I promise you, it'll be undetectable once I'm finished. And it really stops my foundation or concealer from creasing. I dipped a nice big velour puff into Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in 2 medium. This powder is amazing. It really hides my pores and it mattifies without making my skin look dusty. With my e.l.f. angled contour brush, I'm using a little bit of Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep to contour my cheekbones, define my jawline, try to conceal the extra skin under my chin, bringing in my forehead a little bit and adding warmth to my face overall. I love this stuff. It's inexpensive. It lasts long. It's easy to work with, easy to blend. I'm adding a little to my ears because that foundation's so dark. I don't want those ears sticking out like high beams on the side of my head. And we're blending, and we're blending. Now this is a new product for me. This is the L.O.V Blurring Blush in The Future is Female. This will be probably the 3rd time I've used it. And I'm going a little ham because I love it. I love blush. I love blush. I love blush. I love blush. By the way, that's my BH Cosmetics blush brush. And it's hard to say. Probably my favorite brush. It's just so soft. Here I am combing through my brows with the spoolie end of an e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Brunette. I'm also trying to comb away some of those flakes. The struggle is real, y'all. Probably one of the best pencils out there, guys. Give it a go if you haven't already. Drugstore makeup is the bomb diggity. This is my good brow. She always behaves. It's a pleasure to work with her. Boom, done. Here we go with the little bitch. She already looks evil. And this happens every time. That's okay. That's what I'm saying in my head. That's what brows do. They're not supposed to be exactly the same. You'll drive yourself mad if you try. Yep, still not the same. We could be here a while. You bitch. Using a fluffy blending brush by L.O.V, I dipped into the Lunar Beauty Greek Goddess palette by Manny MUA. This color is Artimus. This palette is amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm only going to be using 2 colors from it today, both mattes. I'm trying to keep this a simple, everyday look, maybe a little bit extra. But I actually fell in love with the the packaging of this, and I had to have it for my beauty table. Wow, isn't it pretty? And then when I got it and opened it up, I was so surprised, or pleasantly surprised, at how gorgeous the colors were and how easy they are to blend, how long-lasting they are, how pigmented they are. Oh, brow. Give it up, girl. This is where I get to the point where I'm going to overdo it. A little more here, a little more there. That's too much. So now I gotta fix it. I'm taking a flat eyeshadow brush that has a little extra concealer from the day before. That's right, it's a dirty brush. I'm taking that same brush and I'm dipping it into the Dermacol Makeup Cover in number 208. This is super, super concentrated in pigment, and a tiny little bit will go a very long way. It dries down very matte, which is great for crease cutting, which is what I'm trying to do here. It's not going to be a precise crease cut. It's going to be sort of a casual crease cut. So I'm just cutting out both of my lids, trying to get them somewhat symmetrical. Once that dries down a little bit, I dip my finger back into the Goddess palette, into Hestia, which is a nice matte cream color, to set down that contour. All right. I can feel with my fingertip that it's nice and dry and set. It's helpful. This is the lid from a candle, a scented candle, and that's what I use for my blending palette. I'm sure you guys have something in your house that you can use. You don't really need to go out and buy something. I just blended out any harsh lines from the crease cut, and I'm deepening up the outer corner on one of my eyes a little bit. Blending, blending, blending. Blending is key. I take the concealer brush by L.O.V and dipped it back into Hestia just to lighten up under my brow bone a little bit. This is the liner that comes with the Ardell Magnetic Lashes. The liner's fantastic, actually. It goes on fairly easily. It's creamy. It's pigmented. It's fairly easy to control, but the brush, although it's nicely tapered, it's the size in your hand. It makes it awkward. So I believe next time I'm going to use one of my own brushes. So you start out with one coat on each eye, and then you're going to want to let that dry down a little bit. It doesn't take long at all. And you want to add another coat because you want to have a thick enough line that it's going to give the little magnets on the lashes something to grab on. If you get any of the liner on your lashes, be sure and wipe it off right away. You don't want that to dry down. It gets hard and it might flake off later on. This is the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara in Rich Black. It's amazing. There are so many fantastic mascaras out there. I thought I'd give this one a try anyway because of another reviewer. And so I bought the trial size and I'm not disappointed. But I think I'll go back to the Lash Paradise. I mean, I really just love that mascara. It's incredible. But you can see the length it gives. I just like mine a little bit fluffier. It's good for the lower lashes though. I notice it doesn't transfer or melt into my concealer or smudge from any of the natural oils. Here's a cool little thing about those lashes. Since they're magnetic, I can store them right on the side of my metal mirror. And that's it. Look how easy that was. And they don't feel like anything. That's it. They're on. Although I forgot to put a little bit of mascara on the inner corner of my right eye. And you'll notice that when I look down later on in another frame. But these are great. Where have you been all my life? Another fantastic drugstore product is the Maybelline Precise Skinny Gel Pencil. This is in Defining Black. This stuff does not budge, and it's super creamy. It glides on like a dream, and you want that, especially on your upper waterline, because that can be uncomfortable. I want to wipe off the remainder of that lip plumper because I don't want my lips to be too slippery while I apply my pencil. But first, I'm going to add an inner corner highlight. It's the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in Perfect Pearl. Now the lip liner I'm using is the LA Girl Semi-Permanent Auto Lip Liner in Natural. Unfortunately, I have a feeling they discontinued this, and it's such a shame because this pencil really stays. The color's fantastic. It reminds me a little bit of MAC Spice, and it prevents more creamy lipsticks and glosses from bleeding. This is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Nudist Peach. Great formula, great color. I've been using it for years. Try to resist the temptation to press your lips together after applying this. You want to let it dry down. You'll get a smooth application that way. The Physicians Formula Mora Mora Butter Highlighter in Pearl, if that's even how you pronounce it. Well, anyway, it gives my skin a beautiful, fresh, dewy glow without accentuating any texture. I wasn't going to because my nose is peeling, but I decided to go ahead and contour with a flat shader brush and a little bronzer, a matte bronzer. I personally think a bronzer that has any sheen to it looks a little odd as a nose contour, but to each his own. Now that my liquid lipstick has dried down, I'm taking L'Oreal Rouge Signature Lasting Matte Liquid Lipstick in White Gold. I want to tap this on because it has micro glitter in it, and it's going to dry down matte. I don't want that micro glitter in any way mixing in with my liquid lipstick. I want it to lay on top of my lips so I get all the sheen it has to offer. I'm just building it up slowly with little taps. When you look at the lips, you don't see the glitter. It just looks like a beautiful gloss, and it makes my lips look nice and plump. Here's the finished look. I hope you like it. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I love all you guys. I miss you all. Hang in there during this. We're going to get through it. Take care.